Welcome back. It is time for us to finally go and rescue our friends who are being held hostage. Definitely at least two of them are being held hostage. Minfilia and Papalimo we have not been able to find or get a hold of. They were walked away. Yeah, we gotta go ahead and infiltrate one of the Castrum Sentry. And we are going to talk to one of these elf fellows, who have been just so nice to us in the past, haven't they? We need to gather some intelligence. Look at all these side quests. I'm gonna have to come through and do some side quests sometime. Harmvale is down there. I may leave Ormvale locked for a little bit. Oh, this fog. See, Kurthus is so much nicer when it's nice and clear. Okay. First, Icastro Observatorium of Ethereal and Astrological Phenomenon. That sure is a mouthful. Hello. Please help. Ah, Chantal, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Y'shtola? But of course. Lord Gillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. But of course. Alright. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Huron woman, an Ellison man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male, 1 female. It's them. It has to be. Minfilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Chantal, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airships, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It's likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow scions prisoner in hope of understanding the echo, It seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such a time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Well, we need his engineers, right? Oh, it's the squad. I don't know if I got that screenshot. Can you imagine just walking around that armor full time? Oh no. It's big bad robot. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Ridditon, you depart for Cashram Occident at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to I have given you nothing, Praefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Very suspicious. Oh, I've leveled up. Eyes on the Empire. Try and rescue Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Belathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zemail Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Bricelt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Thanks. Now it's snowing. Not the blizzard. Hello. You stand before Zemail Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Isgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Here you go. A letter from Lord Portelaine. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Orm Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Piermont. He should be able to assist you. Not Ormvale. Anything but that. Ormvale isn't that bad, honestly. Just... It's probably just because it's... probably one of the first dungeons where you have to sort of pay attention to your pulls and be aware of your surroundings, whereas pretty much every dungeon before it is just like you can just like face pull. The Imperial airship. I saw it approach to land with my own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. I have pants, right? There's some ugly pants. Alright, let's... Nedrick sent you. Do you know how the Ormvale earned its most enticing name? Will allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damn death clouds are burning your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you. But do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. Yeah, no, definitely not on my list of things to do. Ooh. That's a ring. Oh no. Well, it's alright. Sir Piermont wants to share with you what he knows of the 2 fugitives. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post, to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Footprints. More footprints. You know, this chess piece. Oh yeah. This chess piece would probably work really well for my bunny boy. I can't imagine with this blizzard the footprints would have been there for very long. This is one of those quests they maybe should have pared down a few clicks. Well, 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 look who it is. Oh, so cold. I want to go home. Hey, buddy. Ah, please, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Ah, Chantel, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on invading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice! And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge. That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but we have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west, with both Yida and Y'shtola helping out. I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position and we'll keep an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Chantal. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. All the way over here, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta do Halatali. Well, I guess I should do that one day. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling then? Stay here as long as you need. Same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have had a hard journey ahead of you. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. We found him. We found the little man. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think Biggs is still all alone in the cold with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Chantal, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. That is possible. Alright, let's go into this suspicious cave. What do you see, Chocobo? See anything? Are you even looking? Oh no! How spooky! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow! Oh my god, my thing is still a little Alamigo. It's such a long run. Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody around. Let's see if anybody is around. Anyone around that could use me? This cave is dangerous. Wonderful. Look at how nice people are. Now I sit and wait. Which is certainly more entertaining than running all the way back across the whole zone. Because if I release, oh, look at how fast he came. Is that him? Ah, look at. Oh, no, thank you. I'll have to set my home point here. That's a cool guy. Okay, I guess I'll have to clear out the fellas. these little guys. I thought, I was like, it was so funny because as I was coming in here, I was like, maybe I should clear some of these out in case multiple things spawn. I was like, nah, it'll be alright. And then it was not alright. Well, I don't think my chocobo has a heal, but I should probably, oh look, have a regen. And, yeah, we'll do that too. Are you guys waiting for me to do the thing? Oh, apparently my quest is done. Yep. I'm one of those people too on my main character. If somebody's like, can I have a res? I'm like, yes. Yes, you can have a res. Chantal, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area. Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Notorious Biggs. We can't give up, Chantal. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen. And hurry! Biggs' chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. Running. All these freaking towers, man. Like, if they come with a force big enough, all they gotta do is storm the stairs. You're trapped here. There's no escape. Hello, Elfman. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say. If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it's possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Dnifn Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying and idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. How high does this go? Yeah, but can't I just jump off the edge? Okay. We can just jump off the edge because we're the warrior of light. Ah! Oh, that was fun. There's a lot of quests here in Kurthus. Hello, Y'shtola. Click. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, tinhead? Ah, Chantal, it is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. Charge! Hey, ugly! He's not alone. Kill them all. Oh. Oh no. Oh, he's running. Where's he running to? Biggs. Oh no. Okay. I have to watch him. No, we'll do normal. Just because I failed doesn't mean I need the help here. Okay. These guys are pushovers. It's the second wave. Because he just like books it over to the other group. Like, I'll take care of them by myself. This thing. Wow, you're just gonna do that. I can't even attack. Stop it! Stop attacking him. I did it. My thanks. Another moment and I would have... Oh, he's dying. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Hey, there's that tower. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I will bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Aw, I love reunions. Okay. We did it. Hooray. We saved him. Hello. Hello. Oh, he's crying. Oh, so sad. I cannot thank you enough, Chantal. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life, and you saved Wedge's too, Chantal. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Many. Surprise. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you, it's really you. In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted not a miss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by the Asians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard of them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. If we knew that we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So, risky though it was, we sabotaged a ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ah ha 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 ha. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs's handiwork like as not. You were always resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. No, shucks. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Now's not the time. We still have, like, 4 other hostages. Chantal, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Yeah, let's just do that. Should be easy. There's only like, what? A few hundred of them. Come into my castrum. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Revenant's Toll. What did he say? East and south? Oh. I sure don't remember this direction. Oh, the blizzard. I'll be glad to be out of the blizzard. that's for sure. Two more donut. We made it. We made it. Making some progress here. When's my next dungeon, by the way? Is the next dungeon... Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like there's gotta be, like, one more. Because my last story dungeon was... Stone Vigil. Okay. I don't remember coming from this direction the first time. Oh well. First things first. And I learned my lesson. Keep asking people for reses because my home point's in Little Alamigo. Okay, hello, Softborn. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Wah, 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 wah. Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a set of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. Sure, that seems like a good idea. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glaument. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt he'd want to be of aid. Yida and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Chantal. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times where you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Y'shtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. Sorry to randomly poke. Are you playing with a party? Who is this? Is this somebody in my FC? I'm not playing with a party. What's up? Is this somebody in my FC? No. Who is this person? Unable to find PC. white mage. Bunch of crafters. Who knows, man? It's not often I get random messages. Looking for Glommet, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Nah, you're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. Getting even with Garlemald. Glommet would like to aid in your mission to rescue the captured scions. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry that want for rescue. The Slaftborn knows me too well. Aye, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity's right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond a shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved somewhere else. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come across some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, it might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going, and Godspeed. Let's see. Was up making food. Came back and saw your message about needing a raise. Obviously that's past, but if you ever care to, I'm working on my white mage. I'm full for being lazy. If you want a healer to tell you a little. Oh. That's very kind of you. I asked because I forgot to set my home point. And didn't want to go all the way back to Little Alamigo and then run all the way back to that cave. Yeah, I mean, that's very nice of them. They should go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Okay, let's go find these pipes. Let's go find these pipes and see what we can see, or hear what we can hear, rather. Get all these big frog boys. Alright. How do I get in there? This way? Ah. Don't mind me. Those look like some pipes. Aha! Oh no. Mistakes were probably made. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, I don't want to tell them like no, but I don't really need them. But okay, I'll think about it. Let's listen. Let's listen here. Oh no. There were bugs in the pipe. Oh yeah, I gave my bird a heal now. That's nice. Okay. Now let's listen. The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The elephant gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? Well try to tumble her. I'd like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. Footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. I guess I just... Well, with the healer, I guess, then I can pull some groups of things, potentially, when things get in my way. Sure. Why not? Okay, well, I'm not a particularly good conversationalist. And yeah, I can always forget that because I have my little sprout. Tis good to see you again, Chantal. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Chantal. As Alphinaud has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glaument is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Chantal. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Drowning out the voices. Requires your assistance for his rescue preparation. While Glaument goes about devising his plan, we need to seed some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okay. Look at all these. Oh. Practice the part of an Imperial trooper. Ah. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan's to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing, and you also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts, so get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Okay. Do. Prime location. Where's this other one? Up. Oops. Prime location. Zoop. Prime location. Must be up here. Maybe? Aha! Prime location. Alright. Whee! This is... Yep, this is an alt. Doing MSQ and unlocks from the very beginning to help some of my sprout friends. Really? You want to? Alright, you know what? Let's just kill him. My chocobo is dumb. I don't know how this is supposed to teach me how to do an Imperial Salute. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Yeah. With conviction. Oh, hiya. I'm lazy. Gonna learn how lazy I am. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Chantal. A new belt? A new belt. Equip. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No, no, no. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. I have learned Imperial Salute. Help you acquire the disguises you need. You are called Chantal Sweet, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glamont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castum's Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castum's Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not to take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Okay, Biggs and Wedge were just captured and they're coming in to be part of the infiltration team. That seems not right. WoW has always been my comfort game. That was real rude. Run, 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 please. Yeah. Hello. Let's kill some Imperials. Alrighty. Oh, we still need more uniforms. Well. Yeah, I only really played casually for the last few years. As much as I love the world and as much as I love the world, there isn't really anything left for me there. Lazy. Zoop zoop. Alrighty. Here we go. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? I sure was, Sark Malark. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eginolf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Hello. Huh? So you're the adventurer Sark Malark sent. Oh yeah. I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. Ah, I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Ignolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the venturer's life calling to him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a minute or two, and great Ignolf will have your gear looking as good as new. Horse birds. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, it's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malark my regards, will ya? Thanks, guy. Oh, goodness. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Sure did. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Agenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial forces. Lest you fear Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Huh? Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. What a guy. Alrighty. Hello, other dude. Glaumont has finally devised a plan to appropriate a suit of Magitech armor. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. Took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding him a bit of the false intelligence, told him insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's Toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use a smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, huh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Zoop. Oh, I ran right in front of him and he just let me go. Ah, mud puppies. Hello. Just get away. Oh. I'll just put this on right in front of you. Hello, it is me, an Imperial. / Imperial Salute. Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Can Doosville, baby doll. Look, it is me, a fellow Imperial soldier. Ah. The Ether RP scene is pretty casual. Lots of clubs, cafes, and musical performance type of events. Oh wait, let me equip my gear. Haha. Hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Magitech is now overclocked. We've got it. Boom. We did it. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak. It does seem rather worse for the wearer, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Huh? Aren't those things protected by elm-thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, heart chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Chantel. You know, they're like, hey, we don't want to, like, let anybody know that we're sneaking in to the castrum, but also let us just, like, take this suit of armor into Revenant's Toll, where anyone could see us, I guess. It's limping. Oh. So sad. Okay. And we're off. Wow, that's real rude. Okay, report to Sid. Hello. Magitech armor. Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Okay, I will do that. Hello. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Well, that's your job there, buddy. Okay, I guess I will use this. Time for a bow upgrade. Every little thing she does is Magitech. Sid would have you assist in the repair of the Magitech armor. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper, was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution: to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device would be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmith Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Yeah, alright. To Ul'dah. Here we go. Oh, my brother texted me. Let's see. First of all, what is this? this is the beast tribes. This one is the gold saucer. Prizes, games. I'll do this. I'll redo this one actually. I'll do this one another time. We can read all the quests together. Where are we going? We're going to the Goldsmith Guild. The Goldsmith Guild, which I don't have unlocked. Okay, now I guess we're running to the Goldsmith Guild. Do I have gladiators, miners, weavers, gladiators? I forgot, yeah, so we'll do Rising Calm, because I like the parasol. I've done it already on my main, but we'll do it. This way. Oh, Troubadour's level 62 for bards. Good to know. Hello. Come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphinaud's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago his servant would be coming to collect it. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphinaud has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. What a bro, Alphinaud. I guess I might kind of feel a little bad for calling him Alpha Nerd, but it's not an incorrect. What is this? Dishonor before death. Perhaps it is a dungeon? Oh, it is. Time heals all wounds, or so say those that have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Darklight Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbold the Red and his loyal second, Abrius Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest, our ever ireful mage, Chiron Zabron, quick to cast as he was to temper, Thurman Thousandgill. Never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin, and let us not forget one Ilm Ailstone. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries who were in the city-states turned to in need of a blade. When in need of a blade. Darklight Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands, Ishgardian-funded forays into hellish pits like Aurum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider, that is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogamoro, snurble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagin from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep. But none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, but only saw one return. Silbo the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. Ah, my apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man. But if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Okay. Sure. What's on the market board? Shall I spend money on pets? What? I'm not gonna buy any gear because when I hit 50, I might be able to start getting some poetics. Oh, that's not very expensive. $90K? 92K? Should I buy it? The answer is probably yes, because it's awesome and I love that bow. Oops. That's fun. I think this one's just a bow, yeah. I think we'll do it. We're doing it. Yes. I've done it. Oh boy. Alright. I should never have looked at the... There's only one minion I want anyway, and I have to do gold saucer stuff to get it, so... Dang, fat cats are expensive here. He's so cute. Morphos are cheap. Wow, they're like crazy expensive on my server. Well, it's been a while since I checked the prices. Alright, I think 92K on a bow is more than enough. First of all, let's see. We will tuck these guys away. Head back to Mordona. Let's see. Answering questions. Okay, whatever. Old information is getting passed around. Want to go in? It hardly needs saying, but try not to be seen. Yeah. Here we are. Hello. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Me either. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Alpha Nerd helped. Free of charge? Courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magic tech armor, engage. Ah. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Hiya. A loving tap. Hooray! Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Chantal, would you care to do the honors? Why, certainly. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Okay, climb the crystals. I'm assuming they meant this spot right over here. No anomalous movement evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north. Quick as you can. Quick as you can. Ah, quick. Boop. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Chantal. I will do that. Do 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 do. Ta. Torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I am at a loss as to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms? Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feeling. Feelings! Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Feel welcome. Welcome. Click. Ooh, it just clicks. Daft as I felt it, I gave it my best. I welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do, anyway? Bob us a curtsy? And then it does. Don't be mean. No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant that silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. Boop. We've located the stolen Reaper. Request immediate assistance. Respond. Respond. It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Oh, dang. That's a big boy. We should have got one of those. Bloody elves. Chantal, protect the armor at all costs. Can-do'sville, baby doll. No. Did we do it? We did it! Hooray! First time I did this, I had some trouble with it. Hello. Look, Chief, she moved. Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. Well, that just doesn't seem smart. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? As much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. Alrighty. Well, I think that's going to be it for today. We've got some good stuff. We made some okay progress. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.